Hello, welcome back to Yoga with Sarah Ford and another week of the Beginners series. Today we are going to be focusing on Chaturanga, which is an incredibly hard and difficult pose, but incredibly rewarding. Its benefits is just strength and particularly in your arms and your core. So Chaturanga is also known as the staff pose, and there's a specific way that Chaturanga is described where you're in plank and you lower, and once your body is lowered to your elbows at 90 degrees, that's considered Chaturanga and staff pose. In most classes for yoga, we kind of move through Chaturanga as a way to transition into a new pose, and so that's where you will hear most likely, so you're not really holding it unless you're taking a specific class that asks you to hold Chaturanga. The challenge is to be able to hold that pose and stay in it for a long time, but that's incredibly difficult, and I'm by no means an expert, as the alignment for this pose can be very challenging in building strength in the right places, and so I will just walk you through the correct alignment and we will get through this together. So we're going to start in our plank pose. And the modification for this pose is just doing it on your knees as opposed to the full plank. So you can be either here or here on your knees. Either or works perfectly. So we want to make sure we have that full alignment in our plank. And then as you exhale, you start to bend your arms. And we want to make sure we maintain that strength in our shoulders and that activation here. Hello everyone, so I'm currently editing this video, and as a yoga teacher I want to make sure that I am the most accurate in my cues on how to do a pose, both visually and audibly. And so obviously in this pose I'm not the perfect expert, I don't have the perfect alignment, and that's okay. You're not really expected to, that's not the point of doing yoga. But I wanted to make sure that I got some cues that I was missing from trying to breathe and talk and remember everything in that pose. Some things left my mind, so I wanted to make sure you had the most information for this pose. So along with making sure that your shoulders are rolled away from your ears and you're supporting yourself, you want to think about your elbows coming into the sides of your body so they're not sticking outwards at a weird angle. You're keeping them tight and tucked in, and that will help with the support of the pose and building that arm strength, particularly in the triceps. And we also want to think about, obviously in this photo, my head just dips a lot when I'm doing this, and I think that has to do with my shoulder strength. And so just being mindful of where your head placement is at as well. You want that aligned, because I start off in that alignment and then it slowly starts to dip as I lower my body down to the ground. My head goes down with it, and so trying to keep it, thinking of your body like a stick, and none of it moves except for your arms lowering. So I just wanted to add that in there just to help out with this pose. It's honestly a great idea if you're trying to look at your alignment for poses, particularly like this. It's great to record you doing it just to see what your body's doing, because sometimes what you feel and what's actually happening is a little different. So I highly suggest trying just recording it with no judgment just to see what your alignment is like, because it could be really eye-opening, like for me here. So I'll probably go back to doing my Chaturanga challenge that I created last year, just to build up that strength and get that alignment a little nicer. And so if you want to do that and join me, you can check out my Chaturanga challenge from last year on this channel. So I'll let you go back to this video. Good luck with the Chaturanga. And then just lowering down. And then you normally transition into a new pose here, which I will cover in later videos. But that's the Chaturanga. So in the full plank position, it's just lowering, kind of like a push-up. And then you can also do it on your knees here, which allows for a little more control and building up that strength. So from here, just lowering down, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And that's a Chaturanga. So I challenge you to incorporate this into your weekly or daily practice for the week. A while back I had the Chaturanga challenge, which is posted years ago on my YouTube channel if you want to check out how I built up to building the strength to perform Chaturanga. Unfortunately, my progress was interrupted by a sprained ankle, but I have all the videos of building that strength that can help you find a better alignment and strength for this pose if you want to check it out. But thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you again next week for more of the transitioning poses from Chaturanga into new ones. So I'll see you then. I hope you have a lovely week, and namaste.